Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to MLG 2013. Because we value getting the game underway immediately, let's throw to Anna with an interview.
All right, guys, you are the few, the proud, the up late to watch more StarCraft, and I am proud of you. We're going to bring out a model of the Zerg lifestyle. He's young and he's mighty. He plays Zerg for StarTale. He's in the red booth. It is life. Life, it's a little bit late. Are you feeling awake enough to take this match?
지금 좀 늦으신데 경기하실 수 있으시겠어요?
조금 피곤하긴 한데 해보도록 하려고요.
I'm a little tired right now, but I'll try my best.
That's all you can do. And his challenger in the blue booth, trying to show us some Terran dominance. It is Polt. Polt, are Terrans going to take this whole tournament, or does it have nothing to do with being Terran and just have to do with being Polt?
Yeah, every Terran is going well, and Zerg have tough time, but I own every Terran and gonna win this tournament.
All right. Guys, please shake hands. Shake hands. And casters will go back to you. Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you, Anna. I'm so pumped for Life versus Polt, because let's be honest, Terrans don't lose to Zerg in this tournament.
Not yet, anyways. We have seen a complete dominance. Protoss are making a little bit of resurgence here.
Oh, with MC, do a little smicky smack around, of course.
Yeah,
Rain
man.
versus Jockey, Rain advancing as well. I really am anticipating Life to be one of the few players who'll be able to pull this off.
I think so. I think that this is going to be quite an epic matchup. Now, based on what you know about these players, what are you thinking for this game? Any predictions?
Well, to be honest, I've seen a lot of games of Polt, and Polt is the sort of player who really does like to do the exact style we've seen everyone crushing with. Marine, Marauder, Medevac, Mine, the Biomine style.
Yep.
Life, I have no clue at all what Life could be up to. Life could be doing any range of things, given the fact that we've seen Roach Hydra have some success at defending, but really with no options to attack. We've seen Ling Muta only defending with no real options to attack. I'm wondering if Zergs need to start doing things creative where they're using Nidus networks as the opportunities to be offensive, because that's the only way to really seem to catch Terran off guard.
Yeah, and I think some of the games that we saw earlier would have really benefited from trying those things out, really being able to get back across the map. We have seen some of the Zerglings able to deal with those drops and all of that, but I'm curious to see exactly how it shapes up, because I was saying this during beta, I was saying it right after release, and I'm saying it now, that you give these top players the ability to make their medevacs go faster, they're going to abuse and use the hell out of it. And it's one of those things where, you know, the Swarm Host, for example, it's a new unit. You don't necessarily know what the role of that unit is going to be just yet. It's going to take some time. Medevacs going faster, you kind of know what that's supposed to be used for.
I know how that feels, and it feels terrible for anyone who isn't Terran.
Yeah, no, it feels great for those Terran players out there having fun, but we will see, because it hasn't been a guaranteed win here. We have seen a lot of the best Terran players already eliminated here. Jakshi, one of them, as he's very good versus Protoss, by the way, so he was able, not able to finish that one out. So I think we're just going to make sure both these players are ready. The first map is going to be Acolyte Wastes.
You know, this is a really difficult map for Zerg to mount any offensive on. 4 bases, very easy to snatch up as the Terran player. As Zerg, no bases are easy when you're up against Terran. It's going to be the Reaper Hellion pressure right at the start, straight into Medevac, Marine Marauder pressure after that, and with Widow Mines going every which way. Mike, what do you do?
That was so animated, and only I got to experience that, but that was great. You're getting into it. This is why not only are you at the caster desk, you're also now at the analytic desk.
That is true.
I can throw questions to you. You can get all animated. You should do,
Oh my
like
God.
a daily show or something.
It's my job to start the game. I didn't realize this was my responsibility. Ladies and gentlemen, the countdown has begun because I have started it.
Sean looks to the audience for approval.
I love that I can see you all there. I love the way that you're cheering enthusiastically as much as possible.
I will also say that person with the I need pizza sign should probably just go buy pizza. They have been here all day. Just go buy it. But not here. It probably costs like $28. So, alrighty, Sean, do you want to introduce our first player in the top left?
Spawning in the top left-hand corner, has won every single major tournament he has entered in the last few months. Can he do it? Now that Heart of the Swarm is out, it is StarTails life.
Alrighty, and down in the bottom right side, trying to continue the Terran dominance. Although they have fumbled a little bit here, so I'm kind of curious to see how many make it to the finals. He said it's basically going to be 4 Terrans in the finals. We'll just have to wait and see. Give it up for Polt. I always do like his interviews as well. Pretty awesome stuff there.
He's a charming, charming human.
It's true.
And you know, I'm interested. Yeah, it looks like Polt is going aggressive right off the bat.
Oh my God. We've seen this quite a bit. Does he have the gas on the way? Yes, he does right there. So this is going to be the Proxy Reaper. Now remember, we used to see Proxy Reaper like during the beginning of the beta because Reapers were ridiculous, and you would actually make one before Supply Depot. It was quite evil, but now they have to make at least a Supply Depot. But they took off the Tech Lab requirement, so you will see a lot of early Reaper openers here.
Yeah.
Zerg players. Sean, are Zerg players used to dealing with this, or is it something you never quite get used to?
This hurts because essentially the way that most Terrans work is that they end up going straight for the Hellions and they contain with those.
Right.
They put pressure on the front, deny creep spread, get the Queen up in those nice deep orangey hues of health, but not to death. But now with the Reapers being all speedy and being able to heal, it effectively is Hellion harassment starting at the 4-minute mark. So it's very, very difficult for pretty much any player to deal with. And now Polt has the opportunity to plant a forward bunker. He's going to scout up into the main. He's going to see the gas burst from Life, and I desperately need to see how is Life going to answer this opening. It's
going to be tough right now. We've seen a lot of Zerg players fall already, and we just have to make sure that his reaction is going to be really good here, as we do have the SCV now going to be harassing the gas line there. Going to be delaying gas just a tiny bit, although really probably just saving up for 100 right now. I think the Overlord spotted the barracks. Yes, it did, so he knows what's going on. He's got to watch out for the potential bunker. It's going to be going down at the natural here. Now, Sean, what is the point of this? Is this actually going to kill off the expansion, or is he just using it to be annoying?
I mean, it's this key control point. Just by poking with this Reaper and the bunker, it immediately forces an extreme answer from Zerg. We're seeing 2 Queens pop out. Supply block has happened. 1 drone is down. Will it be down to 2? I mean, Life might very well have to build an extra structure. Can he get it off? No, losing 2 workers. I mean, Polt in complete command at this point in time.
And yeah, 2 kills on that Reaper already makes it worth it. The bunker's now done. 2 links here, but those Reapers just going to go right inside that bunker. You're not going to be catching those anytime soon. Remember, it's going to take them forever to kill off the building itself because they do not do additional damage versus the building, but very difficult for Zerg players here to deal with this type of harassment. And that's exactly what we're seeing here. If you go gas first as Zerg, you're going to have one hell of a time dealing with this. The Queen is now out, so she should be able to hold this off for now. But you do have to remember that the Reapers do regenerate HP out of combat. So once they pop out of that bunker, they're going to be right back to full HP.
So there we're going to see the Lynx try to engage these Reapers, but Reapers are just so fast. And with the ability to heal, there's basically plenty of room for error. So that means that Polt now is going to be just poking away at this Queen. Queen's going to get down into dark health. And the bunker's there just to ensure that Life continues to have to deal with this. Continuing to make Zerglings in the unit station. Look at the 17 drones to 22 SCVs. There's even going to be a second command center following that first one at the expansion for a total of 3. And it also looks like Polt is going to be going straight up into that reactor. Hellion tech.
I do like the creep tumor coming down right now for Life in the back of the base. He wants to try and get that spreaded around as much as he possibly can. The Reaper's still able to take out yet another creep tumor, though, to the north, as the Link's going to be chasing this down for now. The bunker still stands. More impressively, the SCV is still alive. Might actually be able to repair that for now. I think the bunker is going to have to be salvaged here pretty soon, although the Reaper is still a potential threat right now. They can run inside and still almost 2 or 3 shot these drones now. Now that he has 4 of them, is going to escape for now. Zergling speed is done. The harassment will be done. So about how much damage do you think he did here?
Plenty, plenty. Can these Reapers get away? If any one of those falls, whoa, manages to get 1. But still the momentum is way in Polt's favor. All these Reapers just going to chase down those Lings. The Ling will run headlong into a wall off with Hellions behind, forcing a lift. okay, but I mean, Life is still desperate need of a lot of drones and some tech pattern.
All right, looks like the Ling's going to try to harass a little bit. Actually able to delay this expansion a tiny bit. I don't think 2 Lings are going to force liftoff, especially with 4 Hellions now out on the field. And the Reapers up here have got to be careful, but Polt, always babysitting them very well, is going to go ahead and kill off several Lings and then retreat easily. And it's kind of a standoff because neither of these either have range or can see each other. One of the other ones means that they will just sit there, and if he gets a vision of the high ground at all, those Zerglings will be dead very quickly. I love the creep threat from Life, though. He is going to continue this. The Reapers are trying to do some more damage. He does jump it up there. But, you know, again, they're just going to regenerate out of combat because they take lots and lots of drugs. Apparently, drugs make you run fast and heal, Sean.
Indeed, Mike. You know, I'm still looking for some sort of follow-up from Life that I can wrap my head around. At this point, he's going for the early expand, which is, you know, okay. But there's going to be such huge pressure with the Hellion and the Reapers. It might actually be the correct move, though, because it's really just these units. There's not going to be much else. Life waltzes right past a bunch of Hellions. And again, the aggressive harass in the front. It looks like the Reapers will be able to get out in time.
He did manage to get 1 Reaper. The other one there just has 1 HP, but 4 kills there. He's going to be doing just fine. A counterattack over here with Lings, but they're not going to be able to break down this wall. And look at this Polt getting up the supply depot wall just in time. There's only 1 Marine here on the other side, though. Are the supply depot is actually going to be enough to hold. Looks like the Widowmine's going to be able to hold this off for now, but it looks like the push forward from the Hellion is going to be doing a little bit of damage to these Queens. Can he actually kill off the Queens, though? That's the real question. Lings right there going to get a nice surround. Will be able to kill off almost all the Hellions. He does manage to trap it. All of a sudden, Polt's not looking to be in great shape. He almost lost his wall in and wasn't able to do that much damage. All of a sudden, Life is right back into this game, dealing massive damage to that army.
Life pointing out a clear weakness of this build. Sure, the Reaper and Hellion mixture is strong, but not versus buildings. Life could plant down a hatchery at a key time and then just flood Lings, knowing you could easily overrun that if need be. Otherwise, no big deal. He's going to be getting the 1-1 upgrades and transitioning right onward. There's a 4th hatch going down in the main of Life. I honestly think Life is going to go Infestation Pit, instant tech all the way up to Hive, and just cut the shenanigans, man. He's going to be going straight Ultra Tech.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of Zerg players start to go Ultra more and more, and if you haven't realized it yet, they have made Ultras much better in Heart of the Swarm. They used to just do maximum damage versus armored units with that bonus, basically passive bonus damage to that, but now it is all units, so Marines are not safe, SCVs are even less safe there, and Widowmine's actually not that effective versus Ultralists, so we saw a couple of games where there was just too many Widowmines, and versus the Ultras that doesn't work out. But Widowmine's still very effective in the mid-game. Not surprised to see them coming out right now, as really all the new Terran units are quite useful in this matchup. So seeing this many Widowmines, not too surprising.
In production, things make a lot of sense on the Terran front, but I'm kind of questioning, what's Life's plan? We haven't seen any use of the layer at all. There's no Spire, no Infestation Pit. He's chilling at 59 drones. I'm trying to make sense of this. I mean, he might just be going for a big Baneling bust and then follow up with another base, or maybe he misclicked.
He does have that macro hatch. Does that help out at all? Again, he still has no tech. He is working on centrifugal hooks here. And lots of Overlords, I suppose. So I'm kind of curious to see as well how this shapes up. Got to be able to take out some of these Widowmines here. Nice little victory. Killing those off is always nice. And didn't lose that many to those 3 Widowmines there. That is a huge victory considering how many Zerglings he actually invested into that. And also activated that one with just a single Ling here. So the control from Life so far is looking great. And lots of Lings on the way here. I think you might be right, Sean.
I mean, it looks like Life is just going for a huge layer tech all-in bust. I don't think he needs to. But I mean, given that there's no tanks, the Widowmines are clearly very easy to deal with for Life. He just sends in a Ling, it dies, and then sends in more Lings to eliminate them. In this position, we see there's 6 Widowmines out on the field right now. And none of them in particularly good positions.
Yeah, the units lost now is basically tied for both of these players, so the early Reaper harassment starting to kind of phase out a little bit. Not only because the units lost heavy, shouldn't go just based on that, but the fact is he's got 3 bases now, could easily secure 4, then he's got a lot of units, but he is revealing the fact that he has a lot of Zerglings. The Medevac has seen everything. No. The Baneling's got to try and roll up here, and the Widowmine does detonate, but so do the Banelings, and he's got to be able to roll right on in. The door is wide open, lots of Lings rolling in. Nice detonations here. He's going to get some crazy surrounds. Can he make it up the ramp, though? That is a narrow choke point, and those Banelings have got to connect.
There is absolutely no reasonable defense against just basic Baneling right here from Startail Life. It looks like Polt is doing a brilliant job target firing all those down, but Widowmine just killed off a ton of workers. Oh gosh, it backfired hard, but in the main base, a drop from Polt.
Yeah, and you got to remember that all these games are not over till it's over, especially with the drop play, because that medevac can get out of there very quickly. This is actually completely undefended in here. No Lings anywhere in position. You can see them backing up. They're so fast on creep. Got to be able to get back there before too much tech is lost, but he might end up losing a couple of workers here, and indeed he does. But look at the positioning of those Marines. Going to tuck them away nice and tight, and they're going to kill off as many Zerglings as possible before eventually getting taken out. They're going to go ahead and skedaddle on out of there, but the Banelings with 1-1 right now. Looks like he's gearing up for another attack. We see lots of Lings and a Spire tech. You think he's going to be aggressive or wait for mutas?
Oh, I think he's going to go right now. There he is stepping into action. There's a couple of depots at the front, but right now these two big mines at the bottom side are going to have to be the big game enders. Can this one mine be the hero? Yes!
Whoa!
Oh my God!
7 kills there, the majority of them of Banelings, and that's what happens when you go Widow Mines, is you can get lucky or it can backfire. We saw the first one backfire, second one much more lucky here. A lot of Zerglings on the field. Remember, they're about to have +2 attack as well. More Banelings coming out, more drones here. There's a drop here at the third base right now. Can he actually take out the Spire?
No!
Just a couple of seconds away from completing. There it goes, and it is going to fall right down. But he did manage to get out those 6 mutas first before that ended up falling, and that at least is going to be a little bit more harassment potential. There's another drop up north as well.
I mean, life is showing us all these builds from Terran have so much weakness early on. If he can manage to just do enough damage with those Baneling busts, then maybe this Mutiling does have hope. But at this point in time, Workers killed off 14 for Polt, 26 for Life, and now it does look like Life has the lead in Workers, but you just can't let Polt get that momentum under the main field.
And that's exactly what he's trying to deny right now. The medevac's going to be able to escape just a couple of mutas, but again, medevacs can easily escape there. So really you can't get out of position with drops because you have a button that's going to be able to get them right back to where you need them, able to escape those mutalisks. And going to go ahead and retreat on home. Now you do see a Zergling over here for Life at the 4th base of Polt, going to be possibly delaying that, but you also got to remember that Life has a 3rd base, and is this a situation where Life needs to expand here before he falls too far behind?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think Life is in a spot where an expand is the big key to help him step ahead, but at the same time, Polt is not this player who is dropping everywhere, who is armed to the brim with aggression. Life is still the one who has the momentum in his court. He's still the one defining the pace of the game with this Mutalisk harass at the back.
Now, unfortunately, Frame was not able to delay that missile turret here as it is getting established in the natural. There's one in the main base and one in the 3rd, so I think the Mutalisk harassment for now is going to end. But I do think that he will be able to engage in the center should he need to. Actually, one Spore Crawler going down in the main base for Life. Actually, no, excuse me, that's the 3rd base there. He's going to try and deny some of these drops here, which are always a potential. But again, you have to be careful with the Widow Mines. I don't think it's too many just yet, but if you do get too many and, well, I guess we're stuck on Mutiling right now, so it might actually end up working. This can still backfire. You have to be so careful of that splash damage.
Those mines. Oh, this is going to hurt Polt. Oh! Ouch! Nice picks right there. Another re-Widow Mine fire. No, not quite going to connect. It looks like 2 of those Widow Mines are still armed, active, and ready to go. Are there any Overseers nearby? There is one on the field that is floating all the way back by the natural. More need to be warped in if Life needs to be able to flank this well enough.
I love this preemptive split of these Marines. This is Zerg player going to bite because all of a sudden your Banelings are not that effective if the Marines are not touching or holding hands right now. It does look like Life wants to go for it. No, he wisely backs out right now. He's going to be so careful. He has to wait for that army to get reclumped up. The army is actually reclumped up right now, but they are retreating over the Widow Mines. This is exactly how you have to play the Marine and Marauder Widow Mine style that we're starting to see a lot more. Lead those Widow Mines a little bit back. You can retreat into them easily, and they can do massive damage when the Zerg player is trying to get this round right now. But it doesn't look like Life is going to go for it. Can he actually make something happen?
From the mines, and now all the Zerglings wrap around everything. Couple of units head towards the mine. The mine connects are non. Where are they? Mines nowhere to be found. Polt gets absolutely decimated. Life in control.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you're not supposed to do there is run away from the mines whatsoever. You have to be able to retreat to them easily, but the surround was way too powerful. Life able to do it, and, you know, again, a lot of the Terrans are starting to fumble a little bit through this tournament. They're able to win their first round. Oh, got to be careful of those Widow Mines there, as they will do splash damage to Mutalisks. They will all activate at once, and they will ruin your night.
Truth indeed, Husky. I mean, it's so easy to just barrel forward, get over-eager, and say, I can do the winning blow right now. Don't do that. One Widow Mine blast can decimate this army, as we've seen a couple Widow Mine blasts have killed like over 20 Banelings in a single blast. Those 2 mines from Polt still at the top side doing a lot of damage. Right now, Life will be able to tech up to the Hive, has not yet started it, but does have that nice juicy 22 Mutalisk count.
Yeah, the Mutalisk count is rather high. He still has to be careful of Widow Mines. This army is kind of caught out in the center. No Widow Mines run behind, and it looks like the surround is going to take place here. The medevacs could easily pick this up should they need to, but guess what? Mutalisks are here as well.
Oh,
there's the Widow Mines on the ramp, and they hit the links. Not right there.
God.
You have to be so careful because it will delete all your units out of the game. There's going to be a drop over here at the 4th base. The Ling's got to get the surround. Mutalisk might be able to catch it. Oh, who am I kidding? It's got the Afterburners. Going to go ahead and go right into the main.
Truth, Husky, truth indeed. Afterburners are way too fast for any unit to really catch up to, except for perhaps a Vulture from STARCRAFT 1 with the ion thrusters.
Oh, they were so good.
God, they were fast. Hive now en route. No air upgrades for Life right now, but he does have the 2-2 done. 3-3 will be able to get started soon, but at this point, Life is relying purely on Mutalisks, Banelings, Zerglings. I really don't think he should invest in any more Mutalisks. I mean, that's always going to be a poor investment once you get maxed.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, especially with the Hive Tech now just around the corner, it would be silly, especially since he's only really on 4 bases here. He would love to establish a 5th because you can tell right now that Polt is looking to take his 5th right now. The Ling right there going to be harassing it. He sees that all those SCVs are transferring down. Of course, one Ling is not going to be completely killing that expansion. A lot of Mutalisks here, though. Might actually be able to kill him. Medevac does get. That was a full Medevac. This expansion completely exposed. Units are completely out of position. The rocks are even blocking this, delaying the reinforcements here for just a little bit. The Mutalisks might even be able to kill the Orbital Command. He's got to be careful.
No
but guess what? Right in the main base.
He's going to go straight for the reactors, maybe even start picking off barracks. It looks very bad for Polt in this situation. His production is going to be stilted severely. Every single one of those barracks is going to collapse, and it looks like the Marines continue to dart on in Polt, trying to split those Marines up, but it looks like Life saying, maybe I can isolate and pick all those Marines off. He finds a pack at the south side, ripping it down. 3rd base under pressure again.
It's going to lose a couple of Mutalisks here in this engagement, but same goes for the SCVs. Those Glaive Worms going to be bouncing around, doing lots and lots of damage, and the Mutalisks managed to escape relatively unscathed there. Overall, the unit count shows 20 Mutalisks on the field, but we're starting to see some Infestors coming out right now, and 114 Zerglings. That is a lot of Zerglings, Sean.
Now up to 128. Power of 2. Yeah. It's like Polt. Going to have to be very, very careful with every single engagement. I mean, with this number of Mutalisks and the Widow Mine count so low down at just 6, Flash was up to 15 in his games. I mean, these Mutalisks are finding every single hole possible. Every single player's been trying to say, oh, the best way to deal with this style, I'm going to rush to Mutalisks as fast as I can. Life says, I'm going to rush to Mutalisks as slow as I can and just blast you down with Ling Baneling. No good defense for that. And now Polt, with his army in the center of the map, is not attacking, is just sitting totally passively.
I think that's what he needs to do until he's at least maxed out, because his Zerg opponent, he's already got a bankroll going, he's already got good upgrades, and he's already got a maxed out army. So he's got to be super, super careful here in these engagements. He does have siege tanks now, which have to be in the perfect spot. Looks like the Mutalisks going to be swooping down into that 3rd base. That Orbital Command itself is going to get completely taken out. A drop over here at the 3rd base of our Zerg player. That gets cleaned up mighty quick here, and the tides have definitely turned so far in this series as our Terran player is on the back foot.
Greater Spire done. Ultralisk Cavern almost done. 3-3 Adrenal Glands all on the way. Will Life find some vulnerability right now? I mean, it's all just a slow, careful, cautious siege up, and it looks like Life saying, here, take my main. I'm heading for the juicy 3rd. And it looks like Polt is rapidly en route to 0 income.
Yeah, very juicy here indeed. And look at that, just splitting up a little bit. He's actually going to go straight for the main. No Widow Mines to be found except back on the ramp, so he's got to be careful here. The Widow Mines will activate it once again, killing all the Banelings there with huge, huge hits. He's already remaxed out. Basically, that just freed up supply for his ult. Just take a look at the 4th base here of Polt. It is getting taken out. The 3rd base has already been destroyed as well. So I got to say, while Polt still has an army, Life still has the income.
Wow, 7 Ultras coming out, 3-3 Adrenal Glands, all finishing up at the same time. I don't even know if there's any way that Polt can withstand this. I mean, Life is so good at this game, Husky.
He is very good. He should consider going pro, as we do have the Ultras now going to be on the way. A lot of Mutalisks going to be swooping on down and going to try and use the Mutalisks right here. It takes out. Looks like he is going to go ahead and hold that off, and I think he's in pretty good shape here.
And with those links at the top side, Life continues his trend of counterattacking as much as he possibly can. Polt in a nice position, but look at the number of Ultralisk. 7 Ultralisk Chitinous plating not done yet. Will Life wait? I mean, there's no real reason to rush in there. I mean, Polt right now has 30 workers. His income is really low. It's about half of what the Zerg's is. I mean, right now, Polt trying to find a window.
Yeah, 3 Zerglings once again going into that base. And this is just minor nuisances here. And there's an army actually exposed there in the center. Doesn't get intercepted. But my God, these 4 mules over here are going to get taken out. But at the same time, there's going to be a 3rd base potential takeout here. Might be the 4th base, actually. Either way, it's going to go down. We do see the infestors actually might be able to save this. The Mulus, absolutely disgusting. You have to understand those Mulus do not even have any upgrades. I guess just the life Mulus are a little bit stronger as the Zerglings have to be running up here. That poor Thori's got 15 kills, but not for long. The Oracle's going to be marching inside the main base. The Baneling going to be finishing that up. All Life has to do is deal with this counter push in the mid, and he has got this.
But Life only has 1 mining expansion. Polt has no mining expansions. This confrontation is going to be big. The Mulus are going to evaporate almost immediately, but Life still controlling extremely well. More infestors coming out. A couple of Lings. The main of Polt in shambles. Ultra Ling is taking it down with ease, and it looks like Polt is going to have a whole bunch of retreating Lings at his back.
Yeah, I mean, as long as Life deals with this attack, it's over. The production is completely done, and there's not a whole lot that he can do in his main base. We just kind of rely on this. As soon as this army gets cleaned up, that is going to be it. I'm actually surprised to see the Ultras here not actually backing up to finish this off. He might be able to do it just with Zergling, Baneling, Muto that he currently has back here for defense, but he doesn't want to end up losing all of his hatcheries because he will have nothing left here.
Oh,
but,
the
there goes the Marines.
taking out the Marines, and GG!
Life able to take game number 1 in a very convincing fashion. And Sean, I gotta say that Reaper Harass had me a little bit worried. It had Life a little bit worried, but he was able to deal with it quite easily. And he's just leaving the venue right now.
He's just done. He's heading home. He's already had the moral victory. Reddit loves him at this point in time. You know, the fact of the matter is, Life is opening up this whole new concept of just get Zergling speed, keep making drones, and take kind of a fast third.
Yeah.
Not a really fast third, but as fast as you can without getting it before speed. So in that sense, he's going to have too many Zerglings for the Hellion Reaper to really do much of anything. So then what position is Terran in? Terran has 3 command centers, a bunch of units that have no effect, and nothing else, and that is the window that Life goes for.
Yeah, I kind of like how he didn't rush. I mean, we're kind of used to seeing Zerg players try and go for 5 bases really quickly in Wings of Liberty, but I think that that was the correct choice, powering the units for so long off of just 4 bases there. Pretty impressive stuff, able to make it work. So while they take a super quick bathroom break, let's go ahead and take a super quick break ourselves.
Yeah.
And we're going to be back right after this, guys. Don't go anywhere. It's going to be a long night of absolute fun. Don't go to bed, otherwise you're a lamer. We'll see you soon.